Everybody, and welcome back. I hope you're all okay and I hope you're all staying safe. Today's video is a what I eat in the day video, and to be quite honest, this is really gonna sort of help if, like me, you struggle with breakfast, because I have spectacularly fallen sort of into a hole today, as you will see. So, my usual routine I've stuck to this morning. I didn't want breakfast, and then by sort of, I don't know, 10:30, 11, I could have ate the entire contents of the cupboard. So I've made waffles. So I'm going to show you in the video how I make my waffles. So that is my breakfast, and then I'm just going to go through some of the other things that I will eat today. And the way I do these recipes for what I eat is me cooking, obviously, but they're taken from a different angle, and it is sort of looking down at the food, because I use those bits of videos to create shorter 1-minute videos. So, but it is me cooking anyway, as you will see. But yeah, I spectacularly fell into that. If there'd have been biscuits in our kitchen, honestly, I'd have bet the packet. And that is the problem. When I wake up, I'm just not hungry. And then once it hits me, it just hits me, and I could just eat everything. Normally I can last till lunchtime, but not today. Today it was, as I said, it was about 10:30, and that was it. It was like, I need food, and I need food now. So there you go. That is basically where we are. So everything that's coming up is going to be a what I eat in the day. I'm also going to announce the winner of the Cherryz competition at the end of the video, so keep your ears peeled for that one. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed it. It may give you some inspiration. I will link all the recipes for everything I do in the description below. And if you do have any questions, then obviously just shout up, and yeah, I'll get them answered for you. After my walk, I was going to have breakfast, but I'm going to be honest, I'm just not hungry. And I've said this before, sometimes I don't know whether it's my painkillers that do it. What I've had this morning is a banana to take my painkillers. I've been out for a walk, had a cup of coffee, which kind of fills me up because it's got milk in it, so that I just don't feel hungry. So I'm going to not push breakfast. What I've got is fruit in a bowl. So I've got an apple, a satsuma, and then these are not all for me, by the way, it's just where they're at. So I've got some grapes I can pick on, even though they're only like free food. Then I've got this really small melon. So what I'm going to do is chop this up and put it in a bowl in the fridge, and what I can do is snack on that and maybe have a yogurt with it if I do start to get peckish. So breakfast is kind of a bit of a write-off, to be honest, and sometimes it is that way. And then obviously my drinks bottle, because I've been out walking, is 750ml of water with one of these hydro electrolyte tablet things. I just find they help with my fatigue levels, especially if I'm trying to exercise. So that really is breakfast. I know it's nothing astounding, but sometimes my appetite just doesn't feel like it. Now, probably by about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I'll probably eat everything in the kitchen, and that is what I need to be really, really careful of. So what I'm going to do now is just get on with some jobs around the house that I need to do, and then see how I feel within an hour or so. Then hunger hits and I decide to make waffles. This is basically just the baked oats recipe, but I have doubled this up to make 2 big waffles. So in the bowl, 80 grams of oats, 2 eggs, and then you need some yogurt. You can use any yogurt, you can use flavoured yogurt if you like, it doesn't really matter. For 2 big waffles I use 3 dessert spoons and a dash of syrup. That syrup's like a 0-calorie coffee syrup. If you don't have that, you can just use sweetener. Spray the waffle machine with oil. This really does just add to that non-stick stuff, because they can stick if you're not careful. If the mix is a bit too watery, just leave it to stand and the oats will start absorbing the liquid. Now, the key with this is not to overfill plates. So just share the mixture between it, and then what you'll see is a load of steam coming out of it. Do not lift the lid while this is happening. It'll just stick to the plates. I'm now turning my temperature up and flipping over the waffles, because the bottoms cook much quicker because you've been messing on trying to spread the mixture. And then let them cool a little bit and serve with whatever you like. So because I had a late breakfast, I missed lunch. So what I'm making is flatbreads, and I'm using up all the leftovers in my fridge. So what we've got here is a very easy flatbread recipe for you. 35 grams of self-raising flour, then add sort of a couple of tablespoons of yogurt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and then add any flavours you like. You can add, you know, garlic, you can add anything. You can leave them plain if you want. The key is to make sure that the yogurt and the flour are combined. You will be tempted now to add more yogurt. Don't. What you need to do is use the back of the spoon and start pressing the mixture together, as you can see I have done here. It will come together, and what you want is it to pull off the bowl. If you get it too wet, you're going to end up having to use loads of flour on your work surface, and it'll just go too sticky. Heat the pan, and that wants to be screaming hot, that pan. Flour everything well, and then just roll it out as you would. Make sure that it's an even roll so that you don't end up with bits thicker than others. Just try and get it as even as possible. And then in the pan, make sure it's red hot, a couple of squirts of oil, and then put in your flatbread. Notice I've got the back door open, and notice how the pan is smoking. These only take minutes. Just lift the corner slightly and have a look underneath, and just make sure it's charred to really where you want it to be. Flip it, a couple of minutes on the other side, and basically that is it, done. This is a great way of using up beef from Sunday dinner. So pan on a medium-high heat, spray with oil, then dice any leftover beef into chunks, add it into the pan, let it heat through slowly, and then decide what flavourings you want. On this one, I used a spice and spice one called Ras El Hanout. It works really, really well with lamb, this one, but it actually works really well in this beef one as well. So give it a good sprinkling. Make sure it's combined and then stir it around. And then what I also do is I also give it a little bit of spray with oil. Excuse Graham yet again in my videos. I'm going to start charging him. Spray it with oil, and then again just give it a mix, and then just serve it with anything. I served with salad and flatbread. So that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. The beef burn bit share platter thing was absolutely amazing. So if you've got any leftover beef from Sunday dinner, use it that way. If you just want like a sort of evening tea in the garden, if the weather's warm, it's not very warm here today at all, to be honest. And the winner, drum roll, for the Cherryz is a lady called Valerie Griffiths. I will message Valerie, but well done, Valerie, and thank you to everybody who entered, and thank you to everybody who commented on the video as well. It was such a fantastic response. I was actually overwhelmed by it, to be honest, because I really didn't think, you know, we'd get that far. But we did, and I am really, really thankful, and I'm pleased you enjoyed it as well. As you can hear, my voice is going yet again. I will be back on with you on Wednesday because it's Sunday today. This is actually live today. And I've been thinking all weekend again about changing my channel and about how I want to proceed forward with it and things like that. So I think I've made some decisions. I'm not sure. I just want to sit on it for a while. So I'll be back with you on Wednesday, and I will let you know sort of what I've decided, basically. Anyway, have a great day, everybody, and I'll catch up with you on Wednesday. Bye.